Hello, everybody. Hey, thanks for tuning in today to another wonderful broadcast here at the Boys and Girls Club of Albany, our Career on Wheels segment. Today, we are going fortunate enough to have Mr. Corey Holman, who is the CEO of Grace Life Marketing, along with Ms. Harriet Hollis, who is the coordinator for the Doherty County School System Work-Based Learning Program. Work-based learning program. So, as always, go ahead, take this opportunity to like, share, send to your friends and family, and ask them to come on and tune in with us as we take a road trip today on this magnificent journey of the Boys and Girls Club Career on Wheels. Also, throughout this live segment, you'll be able to actually experience and hear life stories from these wonderful individuals who are doing great work in our community, great work in our city as well. Both of these individuals are one who I believe has some great knowledge to share with you throughout the remaining of this segment. So stay tuned. I'm going to first bring up Miss Harriet Hollis to come on and share with us some of the amazing things that she's doing with the work-based learning program. And as always, hey, inside of your comments, there's going to be a Google form document that you'll be able to fill out and share information with us to connect, to share how amazing you like this platform and the things that we are doing. So I'm going to bring on Miss Harriet Hollis first.
Good afternoon. How
Hello,
are
Miss Hollis.
you?
How are you?
I am well. How are you, Mr.
I
Simmons?
am doing great. I am doing great. Hey, thanks again so much for joining us today on our Career on Wheels for the Boys and Girls Club of Albany. I want to first ask if you could share just some background information about yourself and where the role that you currently have. Just walk us up through how you currently get to the role that you have now.
Okay. Mr. Simmons, first of all, let me start by saying I am an Albanian. Albany is home for me. So I invested in this community. I want to help make this community better. I want to do everything I can possible. That being said, I'm a Monroe High School graduate and Albany State. It was college back in that day when I graduated, graduate. And so I'm happy to be locally homegrown. Um, the way I came to this position is I bring a background of business and industry. I served
Hmm.
as the community director for workforce development and education with the Albany Area Chamber of Commerce for 7 years.
Okay.
I also have worked for UGA as a program manager for a couple of years. I worked for Southwest Georgia Project for community education for a couple of years. So that brings me up to date to where I am currently, which is with Doherty County Schools. The work-based learning program is designed to offer students an opportunity to get some hands-on experience in the real world of work. Of course, we have a collaboration with the Boys and Girls Club that I'm excited about because it
Hmm.
offers those students the opportunity to not only give back to their community, they get to participate in community service projects. They get to tutor and mentor the younger club members. They get exposure to the Boys and Girls Club board members that's varied. And there are a lot of great people on there who have contacts all over the world. So it's an opportunity that no student should leave unturned. Um, I love doing what I do. I get to work in all the high schools. I am the district level person for work-based learning youth apprenticeship. So I'm meant for the high schools and for the 4C academies. And I love it because I get to work with a diversity of students, get to recognize the talents, get to encourage the students because we have a lot of students that struggle with employability. We call them soft skills, but we really know
Exactly.
the important skills in the workforce. Things like being on time, communication, teamwork. Being punctual is very important in the world of work as well as in the program because we know how we're always getting calls from employers saying, hey, I need an employee. I need somebody who's dependable, who's reliable, who can fill this job, who can do that and bring their skills to the table. So it's
Hmm.
important, students, that you know what your strengths are. One of the things I work with my students on is interviewing. I tell them, sell yourself, because if you're competing against other students the same age, same grade, what's going to set you apart? What is it that makes you different and you the one that should be hired versus the other students? So it's important to know what qualities you bring to the table and what your strengths are, and specifically what you're interested in, because employers will ask you, what type of things are you interested in? What extracurricular activities? What civic organizations are you involved with? What community organizations? So that's an opportunity for you to say, hey, I participate with the Boys and Girls Club teen night activities. We're working on resumes. We're working on in the work-based learning program. I'm learning real life skills. We are learning how to be prepared for the workforce. We're using technology. I love technology. And we know that this day of COVID, technology is what all we have with social distancing and everything. So now's the time to become proficient if you are not with technology. Even as we do this live interview, Mr. Simmons, I was reminded as we were preparing to come on that, wow, this is something that, even though it's good to do, it's something we have not had to do in the past. But now to be relevant and to reach our audiences, we must do this. We must be technologically savvy. So that's my elevator speech.
And I must say to our audience that Miss Hollis is one person that is really good at technology. She is really, really into her craft. I see you often says that you got to have your thumb pulse on everything that's happening in the job title that you're working in. And I must say that you really are an expert in the craft that you're working on. And I heard you talking about your transition from working with the chamber to your current job now. How has those tools and benefits of working with the chamber has equipped you and allows you to take that experience and actually use them today?
Well, I'm going to tell you, most skills that we acquire in jobs are transferable skills. In the workforce development field, that's what you want to have. You want to have skills that you can use no matter whether you're the CEO or the janitor at an organization. Some skills are just that important, like communication. There's you can never have too many communication skills. Education is something that people cannot take from you. So once you have it, it's yours. So the more you get, and I tell my students that you're putting tools into your toolbox. And then the more tools you have, the more versatile you are. So no matter what position, you're able to pull some tools out of your toolbox to equip you and make you eligible and viable to perform that job to the highest degree. So it's just important all the way around. Some of the tools that I've experienced, I love public speaking. I like to say that's one of my fortes. From the time I was in high school till now, I get the opportunity to present to audiences, be they students, teachers, colleagues, staff, whatever. I have that opportunity to do that. And it's important to be able to speak and articulate your thoughts off the cuff. So that means that you have to have some experiences and some knowledge in your toolbox already.
And so, Ms. Hollis, when you talk about actually having soft skills, actually having communication skills, how important do you see now in the workplace that high school students that you work with in your program, how important do you see now with us actually transitioning to work from home, having to be accountable and make sure that you don't get out of off task when the job assignment says, hey, you got to complete such and such, even still meeting deadlines? How can you express to seniors and again to teens in general, hey, communication skills and soft skills are important even with working from home?
I think they're even more important as we work from home right now, Mr. Simmons, because you have to be self-directed. You have to be dependable and reliable. You have to be able to manage your time because you know what it is you need to get done within a certain amount of time. And you have to be able to plot out how you're going to achieve those goals. How are you going to manage your time and make those deadlines and have everything flow as it should. And that's truly going to be because there's no one looking over your shoulder. It's just like in college. I tell students, college will make or break you. Because when you get out there, nobody's watching you to see if you're going to class or going on time or if you're turning in your assignment. Your teacher is there. They've given you your syllabus. They tell you what the expectations are, and it's up to you whether you make those things happen. So as we work virtually from home now, as students, as you complete your assignments, especially my seniors who are preparing to graduate, you know what you have to do. You know what your deadlines are. You know if you struggle with procrastination, then you really are going to have to monitor yourself to make sure that you meet your deadlines because the ultimate goal is graduation.
Yes.
So you got to make that happen. It is on you. It's not on mama or daddy. Yes, some of us teachers are having to call parents now to just, stress, can you help Jimmy help himself? But reality is Jimmy's got to want to help himself and he's got to have some initiative about himself to get it done.
And you talked about having that initiative and that drive. In your career field, what really gives you so much excitement and enthusiasm about being the work-based learning coordinator for the district? How is that really shaping? Is that something that you want to do career long for the remaining of your next 15 to 20 years to retirement? Or is this something that actually gives you and you say, you know what, Simmons, waking up every day, meeting with employers to actually get jobs for high school students, that gives me excitement. So does this really give you an excitement and that drive that you look for every day in the job?
I do enjoy what I do, Simmons. I really do, because I feel like I'm making a difference. I feel like I'm molding lives. Yeah, a lot of times my students feel like, no, it's a lot of work. I don't want to do this. But I've had many students come back to me after they've graduated now and say, oh, Ms. Hollis, you remember what you said about X, Y, and Z? Now I'm experiencing that in college. The fact that I've taught online collegiately for 10 years,
wow,
that experience on the backside. So a lot of those students, are there because they choose to be. And that's the important distinguishing factor between students. They feel like they go to high school because we make them, they have to go. And they don't realize that graduating is important for their future, whether they're going into the world of work. Everybody's not going to a 4-year institution. We know that. But we have 3 college systems in Georgia. We have a community college system, we have a technical college system, and a 4-year university system. So there is no excuse. We know some students are going into the military, and that's fine. The skills that they're going to gain are going to assist them, whether they're going to college, whether they're going straight to work, or going into the military. We're just trying to impart some skills, some life skills, if you will, that you can use as you move forth in life. So it's important. We stress those things all the time.
And so with stressing those skills, do you think that majority of our high schoolers now are really taking advantage of the opportunities that you are providing in high school with work-based learning and actually sharing your career experience with them?
Actually, I think there are a lot of students that don't take advantage. Part of it is because we have such a huge student base, it's hard for me, one person, to really get the word out. So if they know somebody who's in the program the year before, then that word of mouth from that person who's experienced it, makes it more real and tangible and makes them want to do it. But the experiences that you have in the program are going to be your own. So you make them positive, and you utilize the skills and the tools and everything and build up your portfolio or not. We have a lot of students that come in the program. They're not sure what they want to do. We have a lot of seniors graduating, not sure what they want. And that's okay. It's okay, because in today's world, statistics say that our students will have 4 to 5 careers, not jobs, careers in their
Right.
lifetime, because they're going to be so versatile with technology and everything. They'll be able to be a hairstylist and a veterinarian. So
Yes.
it used to be far fetched in the day when I was coming through school. You went to school, you graduated, you got a career, and you stayed in that career till you retired. That's no longer the case with this new generation. This new generation is going to hop around and try different careers out. They're going to be more versatile as far as training, and training is so readily available now. School and college, pretty much anybody can go. You just have to
Mhm.
have the desire. But we're seeing that a lot of our students are really finding it challenging once they get into college because they're not prepared. So
Mhm.
we have failed them as a society in that respect. So we've got to help guide them along. And that's where the work-based learning program, the youth apprenticeship program comes in, and our partnerships with the different organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, as well as the United Way, the YMCA. We have students working all throughout the community. Now, yes, it's important that they have jobs. They want to have jobs, and a lot of them work at the fast food restaurants. But we want them to gain some meaningful experience as well in a field that they're potentially interested in. So thus we have students that we place on internships at doctors' offices, at dentist offices, various places, because they need that hands-on experience.
And so, Miss Hollis, even now, as we're on this live, there are Boys and Girls Club students that are tuned in, and directors and other administration staff from all across the country.
Mhm.
Um, can you shed some light with your expertise and your experience of working with high school students and on a collegiate level of how important and critical it is that our students understand in the role that you're working in and meeting with employers every day to connecting high school students with career jobs? Can you speak on how important it is for students to really make sure that they are maintaining the correct GPA, that they are actually doing their community service hours, and that they are building their career portfolio as they matriculate through middle school and high school and so on and so forth? Because it really weighs a lot when you start talking with the employers. They want to know exactly not what's on your resume, but personally, what have you done to be beneficial to add on to the skills that they already have in their company?
Yes, it's very important. We stress, Simmons, I know you and I partner a lot, and we
Oh,
stress to
yes.
the students the importance of maintaining, of being well-rounded. Colleges, employers are not just looking for students who have AB honor roll GPAs. They're looking for students that also have an affinity for the community, that are about giving back, that understand that service learning is important, that is one of the foundations for employment, that you're able to work in a team, that you are accountable, that you understand that other duties as assigned means just that. You may be
Mhm.
not be you may be hired to be a secretary and get a call tomorrow that you need to um, go out and meet a judge or do something more phenomenal. And we tell students, be prepared for that. Be versatile. Be be excited about what you're doing. That enthusiasm goes a long way. And employers, who do they call when students need references? They're going to call places where they intern. They're going to call the Boys
Yep.
and Girls Club. Oh, Jimmy says he's a member and he's participating with the Boys and Girls Club. Tell me how he interacts with others. Tell me if he's there. Does he attend like he's supposed to? What's his performance like? I get calls all the time about students for colleges, for for jobs and things. People calling and for references. And I want to be able to give a good reference. But now I tell the students all the time, I am honest to a fault. So if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, then if they ask me, I'm going to share, well, he could be doing better. Now, I'm not going to give any disparagements or anything about you, but I
Mm-hmm.
will say he has a hard time staying on task or completing assignments on time, things like that, because those are true. So I encourage you, students, do what it is you need to do. If you make the commitment to be in a program, be it the Boys and Girls Club program, work at an employer, intern somewhere, follow through and do what it is you've been asked to do so that you make a good name for yourself. One of the things I talk about with the students is branding, personal branding. That's important because when I hear your name, I need to think positive thoughts. I need to think things about you that are going to set you apart and make you extraordinary.
Exactly. Exactly. And so with sharing that, like students, parents, directors, and other administration and listeners and community listeners, let's continue to push our students to be versatile in their learning, to be versatile in their skills, because it really will pay off in the long run. Many of our students now who are part of the Boys and Girls Club actually start in a junior staff program in middle school, and so working through that program and then on to high school, building those skills up, community service hours, building your portfolio, doing our team program, and we have bring students in and speakers like Miss Hollis, and alum as well, to just share skills of life skills, how to work to building your resume, how to start early, because it's never too early to start tracking your community service hours or building your resume up. And so, Ms. Hollis, we thank you so much for coming on today and sharing with us in this experience. And any final parting words to us of knowledge? Listen, I tell y'all, to be honest, America. Hey, Miss Hollis is one of those career people that I call on to pitch ideas all the time. So listen, 95% of what y'all see from me actually is bounced off the head of Miss Hollis.
Well, thank you
And so
so much.
I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Simmons. You have been a pleasure to work with, and I'm enjoying the exposure that our students are getting being in the teen program. I don't think that they could come up with a better opportunity to participate with. They're not only are they earning stipends, but they're earning scholarships.
Mm-hmm.
You can't beat that. They're getting, well, this year they didn't get it because of COVID, but they're getting exposure to different colleges and different places. They're getting the exposure via this live show. I know, but that going to the campus and seeing firsthand is an
Mm-hmm.
opportunity. So you can't beat what the students can get. They just have to reach out and want it. And so, students, I say to you, those of you all who have not participated in this program, don't miss that boat. It's there, it's available, it's free to you. And it's a collaboration between the school system that you currently attend and our local Boys and Girls Club. So, I mean, it's a win-win situation. Have a
And Miss
great,
Hollis,
yes.
to those juniors and upcoming seniors,
Mm-hmm.
can you share who would they need to contact with at their local school in order to get in contact with you about the work-based learning program?
Yes, I'd be happy to do that. You just need to reach out to your counselor, whoever that is at your respective school, and let them know that you are interested in the Boys and Girls Club work-based learning program. Ask that counselor to email me your name, and I will reach out and send you the application so we can go ahead and get the process started so that when we do go back to school, whether it's virtually or whether we're face to face, we'll have that program ready for you. And it's something you don't want to miss.
All right. Well, Miss Hollis, we thank you so much for this opportunity. Listen, you will be back to share some more knowledge with us. And again, we thank you so much. Hey, listeners, if you're tuned in, this is Miss Harriet Hollis. She is the work-based learning coordinator for the Doherty County School System. And her whole role is helping organizations like the Boys and Girls Club get their students employed with community service hours, that skills of building our resumes, soft skills, a portfolio. And I just come along as the director of team services alongside her. and help shape those skills along with our Money Matters program, our Career Lunch program, our diploma to degrees, and even far as making sure that they get paid. So we do pay our work-based learning students that are juniors and seniors, and we also have a wide range of scholarships that we offer to them and help assist them in applying. So thank you so much, Miss Hollis. And guess what? You enjoy the rest of your workday virtually.
Thank you. You too, Mr. Simmons. Thank
All
you,
right.
students and everyone tuning in.
All right, Boys and Girls Club listeners, listen. Hey, Miss Hollis shared so much valuable knowledge with us and information. We're just going to take a moment, just let you dissect that information in while I share some updates of upcoming things that we have going on here at the Boys and Girls Club of Albany. So, on tomorrow at 6 o'clock p.m., we will be bringing back our legendary quarantine party, aka Grad Bash. So tomorrow we'll be honoring our class of 2020. Oh yeah, that's right, class of 2020. We're gonna turn up like never before, pep rally style tomorrow. Hey, be excited. This is gonna be a bash like none other. We have the mayor is gonna be on, the superintendent is gonna be on, our city manager is gonna be on. And our special DJ guest is going to be none other than the Electric Man himself, DJ Dollar Bill. And so we're so excited for this opportunity. So we also have another special guest who is a great friend of the Boys and Girls Club of Albany, Mr. Corey Holman, who is the CEO of Grace Life Marketing. He's no stranger to the Albany area. He's a former marketing person for Chick-fil-A. We all love us some Chick-fil-A, and we also love us some great photography and video and drone footage edits. So, hey, I'm going to bring Mr. Corey Holman on with us and get him to share some information about the wonderful things that he's done and how he's transitioned from the workplace to owning his own business. Hey, you'll be amazed at how old he is. Stay tuned. Hello, Mr. Holman. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, sir. Hey, welcome to the Boys and Girls Club of Albany Career on Wheels segment. Hey, thank you so much for accepting our invitation to come on today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here. I do want to say, since I'm live here, I see some of our students on the live. I see Patrick, Janiqua, and some of the others. I just want to give them a shout out, just say hello. But I'm glad to be here.
Yes, we're so excited for you to come on today and share some information about yourself and about your business, Grace Life Marketing. If you don't mind, would you go and share just a little details about yourself so our viewers and listeners will be able to find out who you are? We do have Boys and Girls Club students and community people that are tuned in from across the country. And so we want them to be able to find out some information from you about who you are. And we'll go into detail about your business.
All right. So Grace Life Marketing is a digital marketing agency. And so we do drone photography, we do social media advertising, social media management, web designs, a list of other things, photography, event photography. People can visit our website at www.gracelifemarketing.com. As you know, I did used to work as a marketing manager with Chick-fil-A. I loved that time of being there, but I felt that it was time for me to transition into this new business called Grace Life Marketing. So we've been in business for over a year and almost a year and a half now. So it's been a blessing to be able to transition into full-time business.
All right. So, Mr. Holman, let's dissect. Let's talk about your career and how you've matriculated in your career of marketing into owning your own business. So, how has the transition happened for you from working for your former employee to actually owning your own business?
I tell you what, I tell this to anybody. I'm so transparent. You know, I I loved my job working at Chick-fil-A. I was able to do a lot of things in the community. It afforded me the opportunity to be in all the schools within the 30-mile radius. And I love being able to do that. So the transition was a little hard because I miss being able to be as involved as I was. When you're starting a business, you have to dedicate a lot of your time towards the building phase. And so that's what I've been doing the last year and a half, is building it up. And when you work 9 to 5, when you leave that job, usually your work is done. But when you're owning a business, you're working all the time, because you're trying to perfect your craft. You're trying to make sure that you're meeting the needs of your clients and exceeding their expectations. We want to make sure that we're setting a high standard in the work that we provide for our clients. And so the transition, again, at first, like I said, it's a lot of work. When you're starting off, you do everything. You do finances, you do the work, you do everything that is required for the business to build it. So it takes dedication and it takes commitment to see the vision that you have for your business and to make it into reality. And so a year and a half into it, I'm so thankful. It wasn't an easy journey, but we have made a lot of progress, and I'm so excited for what is going to happen the rest of this year.
And so, with marketing being a gift and skill of yours,
Okay.
and actually starting your own business at such a early age, one of our questions from one of our teams was, Mr. Holman, how old are you?
Oh no. Do I have to tell my age over the So I'm 25. I'll be 26 and within 2 months. I'll be reaching 26.
And so, with being a CEO at such an early age, what are some of the challenges that you have faced so far with starting up your own business, being younger in age, and actually building a marketing platform on your own besides your previous work experience?
Well, I'm going to take something that Miss Harriet said that I thought was so important. She said that her students, she tells her students how important it is to make sure you have a good reputation, to have a good name. More than anything, it's not just about having great wealth. It's about having a good name and maintaining it. So, throughout the course, whether I was at Chick-fil-A or other organizations that I was a part of, that was something that was very important to me, to make sure I had a good name. So the transition was really easy because a lot of the connections of the people I knew already, they trust me with the brand, the organization I was working with. So now they trust me to work on their products in my company now. So that has been a blessing because when you have a good name and you have integrity, people buy into that. They buy into the brand that you set for yourself. So that has been a blessing to me.
And do you ever think that the career of marketing and technology would ever be at such a high demand as it is now, with everybody working from home, and
Oh
how
my
when
gosh.
you originally just started out, it's just really has sparked?
Yeah. See, I'm not going to say that I'm shocked by it. I knew the day was coming. I wasn't expecting it to happen like this, obviously. But, I think it's important that people understand the importance of digital marketing. I remember when I first started, I was kind of before my time a little bit because people weren't really quite sure what digital marketing was, but now they do. And so they're asking for our services during this time because it's needed. People don't really know how to do a lot of things on social media, so they're having to learn. They're having to take all these courses, read all this information, and still people don't get it. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to help serve them, serve their needs, and to kind of help them during this transition, whether it's a church, a nonprofit, a small business owner. We have people from Augusta that we're servicing, former city manager, all these different people that we're helping during this time, even the local school here that we're helping, that we have transitioned from them to the online platform. So those are just simple things that we do to help our clients. So I didn't expect it to happen like this with COVID-19, but I do believe that, you know, when you have a vision and you're set to do something, eventually, you know, it's going to prosper. Eventually, what you have in your vision is going to be a blessing to the people, because I believe that whatever vision you have is going to meet the needs of someone. And so, you know, we're just in a position now to be able to do that.
And I see that for many people, virtually working from home is such a whole different ball game. And I know for you, starting your business off from your previous work of working from Chick-fil-A to now, how have you seen the influx in business actually pick up for you with everything becoming so virtually?
Oh my gosh. So the moment that this started breaking up, like, well, I think when they put the shelter in place, I got calls from the clients that I already have. And they were just like, okay, we got to transition. We need help. I had even some local churches kind of help, you know, asking, how can we get your services to transition, because we don't know what we're doing. So they did. That's okay. That's okay. You don't have to know. That's what we're here for, to help you. So business has really increased. I'm working. I don't even know if I can call it overtime, but I'm working day and night to help our clients um, to meet their needs. So the business has increased from all sectors. You know. So yeah.
So, with you actually increasing business, working on your own, being CEO at an early age, how do you stay abreast of the different technology, I would say, that comes out in your field, or new initiatives that you can push out to your clients? How do you stay abreast of those things?
So, I mean, obviously, working on people's clients can take up a lot of your time. And so you have to set time to kind of keep yourself updated, because digital marketing, social media, things are always advancing. Every single day, there's something new. And so you have to set aside time to stay up to date, so that when clients have questions, you're able to answer them. I know, for instance, you know, like the different platforms that people are using, like Zoom and StreamYard and all these other platforms. People they needed to know how to do it. So I may have not been familiar with some of the newer ones, but I had to learn how, you know, learn these new programs to be able to help people. And there's plenty of other programs out there that you really just have to stay up to date. So you have to spend some time.
And what do you think has been one of your most rewarding experience about being in business for yourself?
I think that the rewarding experience for me is when I came into the business, my heart has always been for the next generation, and those who are going to come after me. When I set this business, I never wanted it to be about me or be about just my family. I wanted it to be something that could be established, that I could leave a legacy for those in our community and those all over, because our reach is not just our reach is not just local. It's we have people from all over. So, you know, that has been my heart, to be able to leave something for the next generation and to invest in our community that way. I did it when I was with Chick-fil-A, doing leadership seminars, servant leadership seminars, and just like service projects that we did. And so I want to continue that. I want to continue to grow that. I mean, even offering scholarships was something that we want to mention on this live as well.
So, with knowing that, uh, having the opportunity to really use your skills and talents of marketing to your best ability, what do you think is one of the most rewarding things of your business? Would it be considered the drone or video recording or actually photography?
Okay, so my favorite thing I love to do is the drone. I love to do the drone around buildings and cities. That is my favorite thing because one of the things that I love to do is like to fly a plane. So and I like to do that. So I like to be able to get like an area shot. And so obviously, we're busy. We can't go up to Atlanta and we can't even basically leave the city to be able to go do that stuff. But getting an area shot is, I don't know, it just does something to me to be able to see buildings in the sky like that. So that's one of my favorite tasks to do in the job. Oh my gosh! And then when the quality of it comes out, I'm just like, it's like.
And many people that are tuned in from across the country, listen. Me and Corey grew up together.
Yes.
We've been friends for quite a long time. We both was in band together.
Oh, no.
He could play the trumpet, and I was fast trying to learn how to play the saxophone. And we've always talked about our dreams and goals of owning our own business. His dream has always been editing and promoting, and my dream has always been just being what I'm doing now, behind the camera.
Yeah, it really has.
And so, even still, with everything that has happened from us growing up from elementary school up to now, Corey, I tell you, in front of the world, that how proud and supportive that I am of what you're doing in your organization and the business that you are launching. I know how exciting it is for you to pull out the drone and just go flying across Albany in video recording. And so to take a few moments with being such a young person and actually share, what do you think is actually one message that you would like to share with those listeners that are tuned in, those teenagers, those high school that really feel discouraged, like nobody is supporting them in their dreams of wanting to launch their own business, or really just supporting them to finish school and start into whether it's going to a 4 year school or technical school or just gaining certificates to actually do what you're doing. Can you just speak to those?
Okay, so I want to mention something that you just said. So you were talking about how we were young and we're basically doing some of the same things you were doing that time frame. So a lot of the things that you feel you're called to do or you're excited to do, those are the things that you're really going to be passionate to build a business on, to be able to establish yourself in a career in. So, don't just go get a career just to go get a career. Get something that you're passionate about doing. So that's one message I would mention. It's like some of the things I did as a kid, I'm doing to this day, like the video editing. I remember there used to be something called Movie Maker on HP, years ago, and I used to make little videos with my family, photos, and I would be like, "Mom and Dad, come see this." And so now that was years ago, and I'm doing that to this day. So just because you may be starting now, or even some of the things, just go. Like, I guess that my thing was this. You said you mentioned about not having supporters. At the end of the day, you have to push your vision, and no one is going to be like the pusher more than you of your vision. Yeah, you're going to have some support, and then there are going to be some people that are not going to support you. But never focus on the people that don't support you. That's a waste of time. Don't allow your mental space to be filled with that. That's just a complete waste of time. Work on your vision. Just get in that vision and work on it. That's what I've had to do. I haven't always had a bunch of support, even from people that I expected it from, but I didn't put my attention on those who I expected. I just focused on the strangers who came from Atlanta or came from Augusta or came from all these different places to support my business. And I will always be shocked at, the support I was getting from strangers. And it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
So just continue to build your vision. And I want to say something to what you said. You have been a great supporter of Grace Life from day one. And I really appreciate it. And so you're saying this, that, I've been a support to you, but you've been a support to this business too. And so I think even as we're on this live, it's good to have friends that you can work with, that you can connect with, because at the end of the day, life is not about us. We're all trying to go to higher places. So I'm thankful for you. I really am.
Yes, yes. And such a great message to all of our youth and young adults, and even to community people that are tuning in today. So important to have great friends that support your business. Great friends that actually aid and encourage you and motivate you throughout the day. I know that being a CEO at a young age, you have several meetings that you attend throughout the day, several deadlines that you have to meet, and with also having a lovely wife as well. I try to as much as possible support, call, check on you, and also, can you just shed light on again how important it is to balance life with the young age and your career and family?
So it is a lot. We do ministry. We do some things in our youth ministry as well. I do a lot of speaking engagements. Obviously, I'm married. I'm running a business. Deborah has a nonprofit. We we have a lot of things that pull on our attention. But something that I would do is don't let your business, don't let your ministry, don't let the things you do in outreach outweigh your marriage, outweigh you spending time. Now, there are going to be days that you're going to have to work some late hours. But one thing that I try to do is with my wife is I've been encouraging her, let's just go take a walk. Let's take a walk, down the street. Let's watch a movie. Let's do something, because obviously we're in shelter in place, can't go anywhere, but let's do something together. And then in the other times, let's work on our vision. But if we weren't in COVID, we would probably go on dates or go do different things. So make sure your marriage is your first priority over your business, over your ministry, over the things that you do in your outreach, because at the end of the day, your wife is going to be the one who stands with you if you lose everything. You want people, you want to make sure that you're grateful and you cherish the people that are in your life over money and over the things you do.
And that's great advice. That's great advice for our listeners today to understand that balance is so important. It's also good to have a versatility of career options and skills, but understanding where balance lies. The whole importance and goal of being in a successful career is not working 30 years strong, 8 hours to 10 hours a day, but also knowing that you got to take time out to actually just relax, just tune everything else out, and then push towards a great day of work. And then understanding, hey, especially if you're married or once you get to that stage of dating and marriage, knowing that your wife comes first and then everything else in line and pursuit. And so, any parting words, Mr. Holman, that you would like to share to America? Listen, I just got a text message from the Boys and Girls Club all the way from California.
Oh, wow.
So, we're actually nationwide right now.
Well, hello, California. Hey, I do want to mention that part of my heart is always the next generation, being able to give back. And so I mentioned it to Mr. Simmons that me and my wife were set up with our nonprofit a scholarship giveaway that we're going to you can apply for it tomorrow. You can go to www.gracelifemarketing.com /scholarship giveaway. And so students graduating, because a lot of them won't be able to attend a graduation, so we wanted to do something special. So only the graduating class of 2020 will be able to apply for the scholarship, and they have to be within 45-mile radius of Albany, Georgia. We want to be able to serve our Southwest Georgia community with this scholarship. And so that will open tomorrow. So don't start applying today, apply tomorrow. But yeah, so.
And again, to all of our seniors that are listening, hey, tomorrow I will post the link up under this video live feed so you all can start tomorrow. Apply, not today.
Not
Tomorrow.
today. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, applying for this opportunity. Hey, in the midst of graduation season, we know that through these unprecedented times that we're living in, that a lot of things have changed. But guess what? All hope isn't lost just yet. We want to celebrate. A lot of people are celebrating the class of 2020. Almost make me wish that I could go back and rewind the hands of time. We want to do that. We will continue to push forward. Hey, Mr. Holman, thank you again so much for coming on and sharing with us through this Career on Wheels segment. Again, thanks for the jewels that you've dropped. I do believe that children across America would really appreciate knowing that there's a 26-year-old young male that has his own business that is leading the way in Southwest Georgia and across the Southeast region of our state in marketing. And knowing that Grace Life Marketing is on the map. And so we thank you so much for all that you've done to support the Boys and Girls Club of Albany and abroad now. So, Mr. Holman, if there's nothing else, we thank you so much for joining us today.
Our pleasure. See you later.
Okay. Hey, Boys and Girls Club of Albany and across the nation and our community people. Again, there's a form that is in the comments, the Google Drive comment section. Hey, fill out that Google form. Let us know how much you enjoyed this Career on Wheels segment. Also, make sure that you go share this video, like it, share it with your friends and family members. Tell them about the wonderful jewels that was shared here today, because if nobody else knows how important you are to yourself, then nobody else will appreciate you in life. So you first got to know within yourself that I'm great, that I'm valuable, that I'm smart, that I'm educated, that I'm ready to go and see the world. But these gifts and skills that people are pouring out of themselves on these Career on Wheels segment will help you get to where you need to be. Again, tomorrow night, starting at 6 o'clock, our quarantine party will be a blast. You don't want to miss it. We got something special planned for the class of 2020. It's going to be a memorable experience. And guess what? If nobody else tells you that you're great today, we at the Boys and Girls Club of Albany appreciate you and support you in all that you do. So to teens across America, to young adults, to CEOs, to our future administrators, hey, keep pushing, keep striving, because what you've been called to do, nobody else can do it but you. Stay tuned until next week. On May the 5th, we will have our college talk with my beloved alma mater, Andrew College. So you want to be here as President Lynn Buchanan and others, and our Vice President Spencer share the wonderful things that Andrew College is doing. Hey, stay tuned. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you on Tuesday.